Welcome back to the layout. Today we are taking a look at the HO Modern Commuter Train set. This is from Atlas Model Railroad Company. It includes an HO scale ALP-45DP locomotive, includes a multi-level trailer car, and a multi-level cab car, and this is DC. Now MSRP on this is $354.85. You can find discounts out there that bring this down to around $300. This is a DC set. Let's see what you get in the box starting next. Alright, let's unbox this. Comes in a protective white casing, if your dealer's nice to you. Here you have the set itself. Nice vibrant box there. And shows the actual real thing there on the front. Talks about features. While we're doing that, let's take a quick look at the features. So it's designed from the prototype drawings in cooperation with AMT basically. Interior includes seat details and LED illumination. You've got separately applied lift lugs, end barriers, and rubber diaphragms, free rolling metal wheels, and they're equipped with KD metal couplers. So now that that's all the way, here is the item number if you're looking for this set. Let's take off the box top. Might be the longest unboxing ever after reading some things on the box, but I figured why not. You've got a nice manual here, goes over a lot of details. You can get the locomotive equipped with ESU Loc Sound. This one is DC. You've got instructions on how to install the optional grab irons. You've got more instructions. Looks like a couple different languages here going on. That looks like how to open up the car. We won't be going into any of that. Exploded parts diagram in case you need to order any parts through Atlas. Warranty information. And a warranty registration card. So you've got foam. Lift up the foam and you got the actual locomotive and passenger cars here. Going to lift those out using the plastic. I always recommend that's the best way to do it if you can. Beautiful looking loco there. We'll set that down. We're going to take a look at the cars here one by one. Rubber diaphragms like they said on the box. So you don't really see those usually except for on overland brass. And another car here. And that's it for the set. There's the accessories here, which are there's a horn in the accessory box, and that looks like about it from this box. I don't see anything else there. But there you have all three cars. Let's take or two cars in the loco. Let's take a closer look next. All right, let's take a look at this locomotive. I don't know much about them. They are a locomotive I'm not familiar with, so please just bear with me as we go through the details. You've got the number board up center here, two sets of horns up top. You've got a cab interior detail, different colored seats than the rest of the interior detail. You have windshield wipers, which are nicely and detailed and thin. Headlights, grab irons. You've got the ditch lights down here. Magnetic, glad hand equipped KD coupler, spring coupler there. Got the pilot down with a little bit of a snowplow on there. On the side you have cab entry ladder, handrails that are separately applied. You've got the radiator fan area and the dynamic brake fan area there. You've got a little bit of truck detail peeking out through there, skirting along the edge of the locomotive with some nice fine print along the bottom. All legible from what I could look at closely. You've got the diaphragm on the back here to swing around. That has a little bracket there and does expand fully. Rear KD coupler and some rear detail with the rear lights. And some molded in detail like the door window, and a separately applied windshield wiper, it looks like, on the door, or something going across the door window there. On the other side, more of the same. Beautiful vibrant colors on this locomotive. And we're just going to swing it around back to the front there so you can take a nice look. Then we'll switch to the other components of this set. Now these cars are lit, so they have interior lighting. They've got rubber diaphragms on the end, which I mentioned earlier. I've only seen on brass before, so good there. Got windshield wiper detail, light detail, again KD couplers and horns. All the windows and interior detail. You can see through the windows there. Doors for passenger entry. More of the rubber end diaphragms on that end, KD couplers. Give you a view of the top there. You got warning labels on the roof. Some nice fan detail there. Fan grill detail on both ends. Nice car all around. And on the other end, AMT. You've got on this car as well with the nice AMT logo. More of the same detail. Some differences in the configuration of the car. One's just a multi-level trailer and the other is a cab car. So window configuration differences, etc. Also, you'll notice this one doesn't have horns on it. So this would be obviously in the center of the consist versus the end, because these can run in both directions with the locomotive in the front or the locomotive trailing. But again, this car would go in the center of the consist, as you can see some of the differences on the roof of the car on each end, and a lot of the same detail as well. I'm going to kill some lights, crank some voltage so you can see the interior lights on this. They work in DC and DCC, I believe. So we're just going to check that now. And there we are at about 8 volts and the lights are kicking on. We kill it all the way now. And there you have it, the bi-level lights. Nice white light, maybe with a little goldenish appearance there, but what I'd expect to see and what I have seen in all other interiors. So let's see if they're flicker free real quick. And get the word out. Flicker free. Yep. So I must have a small capacitor in there because this is a dirty used part of my track, and it's holding steady without any flickers. See the locomotive operating here in DC. That's all we've got on this loco, and it's actually going at 3 volts right now, very slowly and very quietly. So one of the more fine detailed and operating DC locomotives I've seen. Going to switch directions here. I'm going to lower the voltage even more down to about 2.4. The problem you have on DC is usually the slow speed control. So we're up to 2.8 right now, and we haven't gotten it moving yet. There it goes at about 2.9. That's as slow as it's going to go on DC, but still pretty good. It doesn't just jerk and take off. So not a bad speed control on the DC. I don't have any sounds to go over. I apologize. Got to this a little late. All that was available was DC units, but I still wanted to provide the review to you. Obviously in DC, the more voltage you give it, the faster it'll go. That, for example, is about 5.4. You don't see the headlight really come on until about 6.1. And the headlight is a flat white on this, so pretty nice there. But other than that, we really don't have much operation to go off of. This is more of a product demo to show you what it looks like.